Hi, my name is Tamisha Martin, and today I will be discussing the teen pregnancy rate and how high it is in the United States. Today, United States has the highest rate of teen pregnancy. Right now, the teen pregnancy rate between births and pregnancies in the U.S. is at least costs the U.S. at least $7 billion annually a year. About 40% of young women become pregnant by the age of 20 years old. About 820,000 a year. 8 out of 10 teen pregnancies that happens are unattended pregnancies, which are to teens that are not married. Currently, I do work with sexually active teen girls, so I work hand in hand, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. But I have a close interaction with these young ladies. I work with girls that are 16 with 2 and 3 babies that are not even maybe a year apart. So not only do I have experience in it, but I do have my research to back up what I am discussing on today. First, my 3 points today that I will be arguing is teen pregnancy is high amongst the United States today. It is less likely for a teenage girl to complete school if she has had a pregnancy during her teenage years. Only about 1/3 receives a diploma, and about 1.5 of those that do receive a diploma do go on to get a college degree. The research was very easy for me because, like I said before, I work hand in hand with teenage girls that are pregnant. Today, I will argue that this is a serious issue that needs to be handled. My primary reason for discussing this is that teenage girls who have never had sex, mostly I would say is either against their religion or against their moral beliefs. A lot of girls by the age of, I would say 13 or 14, are already having sex. 3 out of 4 girls state that they have sex only because their boyfriends want to, not so much because they wanted to, but because of the boyfriends. Despite declines in the rates of teenage pregnancies in the U.S., about, like I said before, 820,000 become pregnant each year. That means about 34% of teenagers have at least one pregnancy before the age of 20. 79% of those teenagers become pregnant. 80% of teenage pregnancies, like I said, are unattended. The main rise in the teenage pregnancy in the rate is among girls younger than the age of 15 years old, which is very young. The United States spends, like I said before, about $7 billion a year, which is costing us to help take care of these young ladies that are having babies at a young age. Only 1/3 of the mothers complete the high school. Sons of teenage mothers have about a 13% chance to end up in prison or to compare with other peers. About how much greater in the U.S. teen pregnancy rate than it is in other countries. Greater teenage pregnancy rates translate in higher abortions in the United States. The U.S. has twice the percentage rate for teenage pregnancy than it is in Canada. Both Germany and France have teenage pregnancy rate that is 4 times lower than the U.S. What do we think teens are doing when it comes to sexual activity? Statistics shows about 82% feel that teens should not be sexually active. 72% agree that teens that are sexually active should have access to birth control. Like now, teens can go into the health department or different facilities to get birth control. I think this should be open to all teenage groups because at this point we can teach abstinence, but they are having sex, they're already having babies. The STD rate is high with the sexually active teens, so this is something that we do need to handle. Fewer than 1/2 of teens in high school have already had sex. 67% of those teens who have had sex, which they have waited, and 60% of boys and 77% are girls. A lot of my statistics I did get from teenpregnancy.org. Also, along with the teen pregnancy issue comes with the STDs, because if they're having unprotected sex, that means they're getting pregnant. They're also contracting STDs. 9 out of 10 these girls aren't staying with their baby's father, so that means we're spreading the disease, or they move on to another baby, another father, which end up getting pregnant. You have young boys that don't have jobs. You have girls that aren't finishing school. This is a very, very, very bad issue that we as a people need to handle. It's costing us money. So why not get together and find a way to have access for these kids to get birth control, to get in, to get STD and HIV screenings. Let's come together and make a difference. And that's my speech.